Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now, in today's video, I've got a really quick guide on how you can set up Dolby Atmos on your PS5, but with a few tips thrown in along the way. So if you're new here, we make regular videos on gaming and technology for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing, as we may make a video to make your life easier and I wouldn't want you to miss out. So do hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Right then, to get started on how to get Dolby Atmos on your PS5, you need a kind of like a checklist of things first. Firstly, you need a compatible Dolby Atmos set of speakers, or as I have, a soundbar. I have the excellent JBL 5.0 multi-beam and I love it. In my case, I need to connect it to my soundbar via eARC, and as optical isn't able to carry Atmos information. So your setup may be different to mine, but what I have is the soundbar connected to my TV through HDMI into the ARC port of the TV, and then whatever I have playing through the TV through HDMI, it gets pumped out through my soundbar and it automatically picks up if it's Atmos or not. Finally, all you need to do is just make sure that you have decent HDMI 2.1 cables. I have one from the TV to the PS5 so I can get that juicy 120 FPS, and one from the TV to my soundbar to enable Atmos. Okay, so then once you have that, you need to check the settings on your PS5. So go to Settings, down to System, then over to System Software Update and Settings, and click Update System Software. So what to do now, PS5 will either go off and update your PS5 to the latest firmware, or you may already have it. The latest firmware here for Atmos is 23.02-0800, etc, etc. You can see it on screen. So if you are on that, you won't actually see an update to this, you're already on it. But please remember, this firmware is of today's date, the 13th of September 2023, and it may be different for yours as Sony rolls out more updates, but the one here is the minimum that you need. So now that we have the latest firmware for the PS5 and we have Dolby Atmos soundbar, we need to enable it. So go into Settings on the PS5, down to Sound, then down to Audio and Output, and in here at the bottom is a setting labelled Audio Format Priority. Click this and then set it to Dolby Atmos. If the setting isn't showing, then you need to go back and make sure that you're on the latest firmware. Right, once that's done, then you can set up your speakers and your TV. For the TV that I use, the LG C1, I needed to set my HDMI for the PS5 to bitstream, so it may be worth checking that if you don't see Atmos light up. You also need to turn on eARC and just make sure that the audio is on pass-through. But again, this was just for my LG C1 TV. It's worth checking the settings for your particular brand. So that's it then. That's it. Now I have Dolby Atmos enabled on my PS5, and for me, the best way to test this is really easy by just turning it on and making sure I'm playing a game that has Atmos, and it lights up on the front of my soundbar to tell me that it's getting pushed through nicely. I hope that's been of help to you. Let me know if you've got any problems. Do enjoy it. Happy gaming with Dolby Atmos. Please like, please subscribe, and until the next video. Bye-bye.